Lee and Dr. G here, about to play a big show at Bank of New Hampshire stage. Thought we'd take a few minutes, do a rig rundown. Lee, can you walk me through your pedal board? We can start with this.
Absolutely.
Tell me what we got going on here, man.
So yeah, I keep it pretty simple. You know, of course, the tuner, that's my most important pedal. Also got a wah pedal, a little bit of compression that I use occasionally.
What's the importance of the compression?
It levels out sounds, you know, when you're doing Funkleberries and stuff like that.
I never want to use compression myself, though. But tell me, what do you think the compression adds to your board? Like, what's the most important reason? Yeah, it levels out sounds. It prevents like huge drops or like peaks.
It adds sustain to notes that you want to ring out.
All right.
Stay ringing out.
All right, tell me about your Lukather pedal, dude.
So the Luke, yeah, this thing gets worked every night. I got a couple gain stages, standard gain. That's kind of my low gain stage, high gain, and then a boost. You can run them all three at the same time or individually, depending on what your taste is.
Dude,
I send that into a very mild delay that gives me like a quarter note return. It's turned dark.
Now hold on, the Lukather pedal is sick. I wish you didn't have this on your board so I could buy it.
Oh yeah.
But I don't run this on my board because you have it, and then it would make it sound too similar. This is a spectacular. I've listened to Lee play many hours. That pedal is my jam, and Lukather's a super cool guitarist anyway from Toto. Sorry for interrupting you, man.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, it's all true. This is a great pedal. I love this thing. Also got this guy for just straight up distortion for crunch.
What brand is this?
This is what do we call this? The Barrows. I forget. I got so many pedals, so many manufacturers.
You probably should buy more.
I got a long delay up here. So this is my short delay, the Brig. That's for just basic stuff. This is my long delay for atmospheric kind of things. Got a tremolo that I run on a couple songs.
How many songs do you run the tremolo on?
A handful. In this set, probably two. Yeah.
All right.
And then, when needed for extra reverb, I got the Hall of Fame here, which is...
And it looks like you're running 2 outs of that Hall of Fame, of that reverb into 2 different amps?
So right, yeah. So I got one of those signals going to
Let's
my
follow
Vic.
that over here. Show me.
This is my amp, affectionately known as the Vic. It's
a great amp, man.
Victory Copper Series 35. I got a custom extra cabinet on the bottom to match.
Don't be so humble. You made that cabinet from scratch. He made this cabinet from scratch.
There's a rumor about that going around, and it is true. I did build this cabinet, so yeah, it's fun to make stuff. That's one of my pastimes is woodworking and making cabinets and such. So that's one channel.
How many watts is that Vic?
35.
Ooh,
but
it'll pump it out.
Yeah, and then it's also the other. So the other channel's going into this basement amp. It's a 50-watt tube head from 1969,
How long
running into a 212. I have owned that amp for. When did I buy that? I don't know, some 20-some years ago.
That's a sick rig.
I've had it around for a little while.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, here's my wireless ear transmitter. And
what axes are you using?
Energy and immunity. This is critical too.
This is actually the source of success. Turmeric.
Turmeric and ginger.
What are we doing guitar-wise here, man?
Oh yes, guitars. You can't forget the guitars. So we got a straight up Telecaster. It's a great guitar. Love that one. Straight up Strat. You can't go wrong there. Straight up Les Paul. You can't go wrong there. And then another Les Paul. That's a Les Paul Studio, so you know I have one of them tuned down as for drop D stuff. But other than that, yeah, let's take a look at your rig, man.
All right, cool, man.
We got to hear your story.
Let's do it.
Let's go this way. All right, Dr. G.
All right, so I got a few
So
things.
our rigs have some similarities, but clearly you got your own setup going.
This has been an interesting point for discussion because you don't want to have a rig that sounds exactly like your bandmates.
I mean, that's what makes us what we are. Is we are different.
Yeah, man.
Different players, different sounds. And give us the rundown here. How do you start off your signal chain?
Well, first off, I run with the wah. I got a Crybaby. I've had this since college. I've had this Crybaby for 20 years. I left this thing sat in a hot, humid closet in Louisiana. I pulled it out. I think part of the elastic band that holds it together had melted, and I painstakingly cleaned it out, and it still works beautifully. This is really anyone who's interested in pedals. This is Ranger FX. It's a drone pedal. This is super cool. Ranger FX makes some of the most interesting pedals. I got the MXR Classic Phaser, Phase 90. Now this I refer to as my death pedal. This is a JHS 1973 Berkeley. This is a recreation of a really rare fuzz pedal. Robin Ford has used this pedal, the original version of it. It's hard to find. JHS pedals are fantastic. out of Kansas City. They remade a copy of that.
On or off on that guy, right?
I only use this when it's like death loud, you know, like when it's time to
Nuclear
roll.
option.
Or I do start Don't Wake the Baby with this for extra fuzz and intensity. I'll tell you, my main distortions though, I watched, there's a guitarist named Emmett Kelly in the Ty Segall band, and he did a rig rundown and he showed this, and he had a double Hotcake.
These are out of Australia, right?
Yeah, this is actually New Zealand. It's a really fantastic. The Hotcakes have been around since the 70s, and the guy still makes them. This is a fantastic pedal. This has 2 different drives on it, so you can actually drive both of them together. This is my primary solo distortion. And then to cut through that, I also run a Klon Centaur clone from China, and this one actually.
152.
Oh yeah, baby.
In our rig rundown, we just met our ticket quota of the night of 150 tickets, which is just fantastic. That's a huge celebration moment. But hold on, so I'll show you here. This is a Klon Centaur clone from China with the Breaking Bad logo here that I like so much.
Fantastic pedal. Yeah,
so I actually run this as a treble booster.
Okay.
Whenever this is a pretty dark pedal, I click this on high treble, and this helps me cut through the mix. I'm running a blues driver that's kind of a basic distortion I use on that, a digital delay, and then a synthesizer pedal whenever you want to get weird and go to Mars.
Oh, I love getting weird.
I also have.
Take me there, baby.
This is just my orange connects to my orange amp head. So it's my reverb and my distortion channel. And then I've had this tuner since 2002. This thing is you could throw this thing off a mountain and it would still work. It's a fantastic, very bright. I like it. It's very, very bright in that regard. And then I'm running here.
So what do you got? AB, ABC?
Yeah, this is an ABC pedal, and I'm actually using this to run 2 extra Fender amps that I can click on and off as desired. I'll show you where these run to.
Speaking of amps, let's take a look at some
I'll show
amps.
you where these run to. So you can't really see this. Let me put a flashlight on this, see a little better. So this is an orange Rockerverb 50 MK3.
Killer amp head.
This is the best
This is
amp
a
head.
beauty.
50 watts. It's the best amp head I've ever used.
Such cool features on this thing,
I actually had a number of different amps before this. I had a Homestead boutique head that was 100 watt that I loved. This is better. I love orange. I just got, this is a 2 15-inch speaker, EV speakers, and a Fender dual Showman cab from the 70s. This is the main rig. Then out of that AB pedal, I'm running 2 other tube amps, a Fender 1984 Concert, and then 2008 Deluxe Reverb, that's a 1968 reissue. And I'm actually running this into an aux box attenuator. So this rig is probably too complicated, but it's awesome, man. I crank this and run it through the attenuator. This has a preamp and a master, so I can drive this. This also has a built-in attenuator. So even though we're playing a fairly small place, like 300-person venue ultimately, this is just the right volume.
Okay, this is fantastic. Let's talk guitars. What kind of axes are you slaying tonight?
We got a thin line, a 1969 American 1969 thin line reproduction here, a semi-hollow, a PRS Brazilian, and then a gold top 1950s Les Paul.
One of my favorites.
Repo. It's not original, obviously. And then a guitar I've had since 6th grade, man. A Kurt Cobain Jag Stang 1996. Had that guitar since then, and it's going to get played tonight, and it still gets played. So that's a good rig rundown on Lee and Dr. G. I'd love to see everyone else's rigs. Fun to share ours. Cheers. We're about to have an awesome album.
Thank you for
release
joining
night.
us.
Yeah, cheers.
Let's do this thing.
Thank you.